Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have even more kind of cool news going on over here when it comes to number one, even more reassurances over here from PlayStation coming out with the next really big major releases, but as well, a lot of Xbox news. We're actually now seeing the Xbox apparently now found in the literal Pentagon investigations, and as well, some other kind of good news when it comes at least to Xbox user bases and all that good stuff. We've also seen, I don't know, like just a lot of drama when it comes to Xbox too. Nothing super crazy, so we're going to talk about all these nice little lovely stories all throughout today. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, make sure you guys go check out the Twitch and Twitter down below. Be probably streaming as of right now. We also do have all the Amazon links for the consoles down below. And let's go and dive into the video. So once again, we're going to probably be covering quite a decent bit of random news throughout this week, kind of more of like this weekend, probably a little bit more of a recap. But we do actually have brand new press things from Microsoft and PlayStation. And one of the bigger things too is that number one, Sony is now reassuring everyone that as of right now, that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to be release date track worthy. It's still pretty much confirmed as of this year, and we keep on seeing just a lot of really good news when it comes to the PlayStation 5. Now, we've had a few little people kind of be a little more skeptical on it because not everyone's always 100% on if it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, all of that, but it does kind of seem like all the leaked dates as of September does seem like they are on track. So basically, Sony's been kind of sending some really big aggressive sales, as you guys probably covered up and we saw on the prior video that we made earlier on today, that they had one of their biggest console sale quarters pretty much ever, and as well, they're now also prepping up for this future next year or so for games. We do keep on hearing rumors of the upcoming maybe next month or maybe June huge PlayStation event, and I'm sure we'll have the 100% confirmation of the brand new Spider-Man release date then, and as well, if that does event happen, probably check out the trailers and also maybe a little more gameplay and story trailers, because we haven't really seen too much information. We have seen a little bit of that kind of being leaked from 4chan, which we covered up in separate videos, but as of right now, we're still patiently waiting. But it's kind of seem like right now, the official PlayStation higher-ups and executives do keep on confirming that this will be one of the bigger games out there, and as well, it does seem like there's no major big delays, and did want to reassure all the shareholders, so anyone who holds the Sony stock, and the fans that the game will be coming up very soon. So speaking of part of their earnings calls earlier on today, they said, we are planning to release a major title, Marvel Spider-Man 2, this fiscal year. We aim to also continue by creating new IPs, rolling out catalog titles for PC, and strengthening our live service. We kind of covered that a little bit before, but the new IP is definitely something we're going to do a little more of a deeper dive into, mainly because the more and better new IPs coming out for all this stuff, I would say, the better the news. So some of you guys notice even more and more reassurance that we'll still be having good news with this. Now, we also had some pretty intriguing news when it comes to a lot of different stuff. Number one is that we're actually going to see more people calling out the idea of the CMA, which if you guys don't know, basically did go and kind of say, hey, this Xbox acquisition might not go through, where the CMA's UK's Sarah Cardell said that she's basically starting to realize she made a huge mistake, but she won't actually publicly go and admit it. If this was a very thorough investigation, she says, what will the CMA do when an investigation is not very thorough, but merely thorough? After what Sarah Cardell calls a very thorough investigation, they put out a ruling that displays incompetence and irresponsibility in the same time. So basically, people are getting upset. Like, we're seeing a lot of folks in the Xbox community that are very, well, not happy. They don't like the idea of this. They don't like the idea of, well, the deal not going through. And people are now calling out the literal government themselves, kind of judging this, because they're like, hey, like, what if it gets appealed and the appeal process assumes that the deal was actually okay or should have gone through? And then I'm sure a lot of folks out there wouldn't be too happy because, well, that basically is like someone saying, go clean your room, it's dirty. And then they go look in the room and be like, wait, no, it's actually clean. After you yell at them for an hour and spend like millions of dollars on lawyers. People are just not happy with that case. Or maybe you're a really big Call of Duty fan, you want to make sure it's all good, whatever it might be. So she's saying she's not keeping any market open for competition. She's keeping the console mobile app distribution markets in the hands of Sony, Apple, and Google. Sky News, CMA chief, the right thing to do is keep this market open for competition. So basically a lot of folks, we've been seeing this trending on Twitter, seen this trending on also Reddits and other social medias, that a lot of folks are just not really happy when it comes to this Xbox deal maybe not going through. Maybe just really big Xbox folks, maybe people who are very invested into Game Pass. We're not 1000% sure when it comes to who specifically, but it does kind of go to show that a lot of folks are just not too happy. A lot of folks want them to overturn the opinion. A lot of folks want to go and judge it, and it's kind of crazy to go and see this because the CMA has been very in favor, or we assume was going to be in favor of the Xbox deal. But a lot of folks, even the really big analytic firms, were actually wrong and the CMA did go and disprove the deal basically based on the cloud gaming. So it's going to seem like both at Microsoft and Activision Blizzard have already gone scorched earth, and they're basically going to be going out a lot of different comments and statements and saying we're going to try our best to make this all work and fix, because that's what they want to go and do. But basically with this one, CMA dismissed Sony's concerns about competition in the console market, and as well, people are still kind of concerned because it's like, hey, Sony was the only one that's kind of really seemed like it was opposing it. A lot of the cloud gaming didn't seem that bad against it, at least publicly, so what's going on with that? So people just want to know. Like a statement basically, Activision Blizzard said, a company no stranger to labor law violations and resulting lawsuits, bizarrely, funny enough, expressed its concerns for the UK citizens and economic prospects. So basically, like a lot of the Activision's like, hey, you guys are never going to make a lot of money long term, so what's going on here, buckos? Like, let's go make you guys a few more billions of dollars over time. We can make the UK good, get gaming good. And then even Microsoft has had like Phil Spencer go and say like, hey, we're going to keep on pushing for this appeal. We've had other folks go and say we're going to try our best to make it keep pushing. And it does seem like a lot of folks that were really, really watching this deal wanted to make it go through and wanted to make sure everything was going well. So right now, we don't necessarily fully know if the FTC too might be popping on in, because apparently right now, this might be even more bigger drama too. We may say this for a separate video, but basically some of the CMA officials may have actually met with the U.S. Trade Commissioners, Lena Khan, to discuss this deal, and then right after that meeting was done, it may have actually also then kind of swayed the CMA's opinion. So they don't necessarily fully know if that's true, because there's no full-on proof that the CMA and FTC met specifically to like basically block this, but the timing lines up. So some of the conspiracy theories are definitely rolling out here too as well. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. But on top of this too, even more crazy kind of conspiracy stuff, the feds actually found a smashed Xbox and more in a dumpster at the Pentagon leaked suspect's Jack Tiraxi's house. So basically, people were trying to go and see he was trying to go and cover his tracks when it comes to all the information he had. Was once again crazy to go and see Xbox in the news so much. If you guys missed this, Jack Tiraxi was basically charged in connection of the leaks of the secret Pentagon documents, which is actually coming out for quite some time. It's kind of a big, big deal. So basically, smashed electronic devices like an Xbox and others were found at the residence of a 21-year-old Massachusetts' Air National Guardsman, suspect of leaking top secret and highly sensitive U.S. military intelligence documents on social media. Court documents show prosecutors allege that they were destroyed to try and cover up his own tracks. Federal prosecutors argued in new filed court documents that Jack Teixeira should remain in government custody because he poses a risk to U.S. national security and can flee the country. So basically, there's a lot of big leaks, apparently, maybe when it comes to his Xbox console, which is why he was trying to get rid of it and destroy it, because like just in case he had like parties or like games he played or whatever it might have been. But as well, there's also a big leak when it came to Discord, where a lot of Discord servers where all the documents were first leaked, basically try to go and delete these messages, and not to say anything if people came looking for them, and basically trying to go be like, hey guys, like these are really sensitive documents, don't worry about it, don't bring it up, keep this low key. Which is why, once again, he's probably trying to get rid of his Xbox itself, because that's just not a good tie-in. Like, just some crazy, crazy story. Apparently, he was actually arrested in his home in southeastern Massachusetts, which I've always said wrong. Earlier this month, authorities found a dumpster at the residence that contained a smashed laptop, which once again, you probably care more about the hard drive itself and maybe even anything else. An Xbox gaming console, which once again, maybe you had messages sent in your DMs, or maybe you had like just calls, maybe call logs, and also a tablet too. So they found a new box, a new iPhone as well, which they may have actually picked up beforehand to maybe go call off his traces for when it comes to all these major, major leaks. Now, I'm just kind of more so throwing this in here too, because Xbox was involved. What a crazy story when it comes to that. Now, last but not least, Xbox also set up a brand new record too as well, and we may have to do a little bit more of a deeper dive into the Microsoft press stuff. Same thing we might go do with Sony as well. So basically, Xbox is doing kind of rough for their overall gaming revenue did go and drop around 30%, specifically for the hardware specifically. But one of the bigger things to note is that we actually did go and see at least some big, big things. Is that at least they were going and doing like Microsoft, number one, was doing very well in terms of their profits. One of the bigger things though, too, is that Microsoft CFO Amy Hood said gaming revenue for the next quarter should grow in the mid to high single digits, with Xbox's content and services revenue growth is expected to continue to grow as well. Which, if you go look at this type of stuff, I think is very nice, mainly because for us, we keep on watching to go and see on basically like, is the gaming community doing well? Is the gaming stock market doing good? Is basically gaming growing? Is it shrinking? And it does kind of seem, at least based on the Xbox's outlooks, that they will be continuing and doing well. And ideally, that means we'll have more Xbox games coming out, more growth in terms of people buying brand new games, possibly more Game Pass subscribers too as well, which is always a nice feature to go and see. And on top of that, too, Xbox making more money. So we have some pretty crazy news. So give me all your thoughts and comments down below. Do you guys still care about the actual Xbox acquisition? Do you guys care about the fact that the Pentagon leaks might have something to do with Xbox itself. Also, give me your thoughts and comments once again on the Spider-Man, because I'm very happy to go and see that the Spider-Man news seems good. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have all the nice little Amazon links too as well to go pick on up for all the consoles up on sale. If you guys are bored to go hang out on the Twitch stream, we'll see you guys tomorrow for more brand new videos.